So last winter, my brother and I cut up and piled up some logs at his place. And now that all the road restrictions and stuff are off, we're able to bring them over to my place and get them closer to the sawmill so we can make them into boards. He delivered this load this morning. I am going to get them stacked up and ready for him to drop off another load later this evening to me. And I'm going to do the best I can to keep up with his deliveries, keep the driveway clean so that he can work at his pace and get his yard cleaned up and ready to go. They are really nice logs, and I am really thankful for the opportunity to get these logs for my sawmill. So now I just need to get on my tractor and get to work. And I really do like the grapple on the front of my tractor. It makes working these logs so much easier because I can actually pinch them and move them rather than having them on the forks where they're all tippy, especially with my ground since it's uneven and pitted, has potholes in it. It makes it a lot easier if I can just pinch them and hold on to them nice and tight, stacking them up. I couldn't imagine trying to move these logs without my tractor, and the grapple just makes it that much nicer. Now, when I first got my sawmill, before I ever had the tractor, I did go over with my trailer to a co-worker's house and pick up a couple cottonwoods that he had dropped on the ground, and it was a struggle. I'd made braces to be able to roll the logs up onto my trailer. It was a real struggle, and now after having this tractor, it's just a life changer. I mean, so much better, so much easier. If I were to try to work this pile of logs without the tractor, it would take me 2 or 3 days to be able to move them all. And then they'd be all coated with dirt, and I'd have to get them cleaned off before I ever tried to run a saw blade through them so that I didn't just ruin all my saw blades. I mean, just watch how nice this works on this 13-foot long log. And I'm no expert, but I'm getting better at using the grapple. And I don't rev up my engine, or I don't use it at high speeds. Just kind of let it poke along, and mostly almost idle all the way through the whole job. It just seems to work way smoother for me. It's not nearly as jerky. If you pump the RPMs up on the tractor, it might do work a little bit faster, but man, it just really gets jerky. Just watch how nicely this sets the log right where I want it to go. And I do have to be careful. I know they're round objects that could potentially roll down on my tractor. That's why I have it stacked at kind of a slant, and I just keep adding logs, hoping that, or planning that none of them are going to roll back onto my tractor, because that would hurt. I'd have to replace the hood if I did that. But just watch how it just rolls right into where I want it to go. Now try to stack those logs up by hand that high. It would never happen. And again, I'm just taking it nice and easy. because there are a few ruts right there that the tractor likes to dip down in, and with all that weight hanging out on the front of the tractor, I really don't want my rear tires bouncing up off the ground. That is a lot of weight hanging out there. These logs are still, see that? See how much it bounces when it gets jerky? These logs are still pretty wet, pretty green, so I have a little bit more drying to do before I mill them. And just another thing I do for safety is I drop the log down kind of as close to the ground as I possibly can. I want to do this as safe as possible. I do not want to have any accidents. I just run the log right along the ground, and then I can pick it up as I get closer to the pile. Nice and easy. Drill it right in where I want it to go. And gently lower that log down, and it'll have less of a tendency to cause the big log to roll back. The grapple sure does make it a lot easier for me rather than using just forks. I tried it with forks, and I'm so glad I spent the extra money to get that grapple attachment put on my tractor. Just makes life so much better when you're working with logs. So now this log's going to fit in just perfectly and help me secure my log stack so that the bigger logs that are higher up don't come rolling back down on me. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. You just got to get the pieces in the right place and it all works out. And because I am limited on space and have more logs coming, I am making this stack a little bit higher than I normally would, just so that I can fit everything in, because I do not have a whole lot of property cleared off for a whole bunch more log stacks. I tend to collect the logs a little bit faster than I can mill the logs down into lumber. Collecting the logs a little bit faster than I need the lumber to do anything. So now on to the real purpose that I'm here. That little puppy dog is so happy when I get off the tractor, because now I'm there to play fetch with her for a little while. And her new favorite toy, if you can believe it, is one of my old wore out work gloves. It doesn't matter what toys I buy for her at the store, she always finds something around the house that she would rather play with. Because she has toys that she just never even touches, she doesn't like them, that I buy at the store. But all you have to do is throw a glove once, and that's her new favorite toy. She's a funny dog. But once she finds that toy, she will keep it no matter what until it's totally wore out. And this glove, I think it's going to last her all summer long. till the snowballs can start flying again. Who would have thought that an old wore-out work glove would become the puppy dog's new favorite toy? And Kara's going to get in on the action. There we go. That is 2 loads here. Quite a few nice logs for sure. For sure. Really nice logs in there. Yep, and it's all cottonwood. I know that. But I am still going to build outbuildings with cottonwood. Lots of people do up here. They have a sawmill. I would not build my house with it, although I do know that people do build cabins with them. But I will use these to build my chicken coop. And once you get them all protected from the rain, these logs will last just as long as anything else. The lumber that you make out of them will last just as long, and I have no problems making purlins for my woodshed out of them either, because it'll have a metal roof over the top of them. The lumber will be protected, so it'll be just fine. So both me and Keone are waiting for the next delivery of logs. Keone's waiting because she wants to bite the tires of the vehicle that drives in the driveway and runs off without throwing the glove for her. She says she's not going to move from that spot until that vehicle shows back up. She's going to keep it out of the driveway, she thinks. If it wants to drop more logs in my driveway, I'm not going to have it, not going to put up with it anymore. Every time those logs get dropped in the driveway, you stop playing with me. And I don't like it. You ignore me and you get on that blue vroom machine and start playing with the logs. Pretty soon you're gonna get on that other machine and start making those logs into little boards instead of playing with me. So Keone said she was tired and wanted to go inside and take a nap. So I guess that's as good a place as any to end this video. I'm just gonna wait for the next load of logs to show up so I can get them stacked away, because I believe I have maybe 2 or 3 more loads showing up. And I want to have my driveway empty whenever he's available to dump some more logs in my driveway, so he's not waiting on me. So we're gonna end this video right there. Thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska, and until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.